There's a number that Wall Street just erased from public view. You won't find it in the jobs report. You won't hear it on CNBC. The Bureau of Labor Statistics used to track it every single month until October 2025, when they quietly stopped reporting it. The number is called AI displacement velocity. It measures how fast artificial intelligence is eliminating jobs versus creating new ones. And the last time they published it before deleting the data series, the number was negative 6.2 million. That means by the end of 2026, AI will have destroyed 6.2 million more jobs than it creates. And they don't want you to see that number, because if you understood what it meant, you'd realize your job might be on that list. Let me show you what's actually happening right now in January 2026, while the media tells you the economy is fine. Amazon just filed warn notices for another round of mass layoffs. Between 1,001 and 2,500 jobs eliminated starting January 26th. The reason given: corporate restructuring and expanding use of artificial intelligence. That's corporate speak for we replaced you with a chatbot. Amazon already cut 14,000 corporate roles in 2025. They're not done. The company said AI enables leaner structures and faster innovation. Translation: fewer humans. Microsoft cut 15,000 jobs in 2025, citing AI as central to reshaping productivity. Salesforce reduced customer support by 4,000 workers because AI now handles half the company's work. Their CEO, Mark Benioff, literally said that out loud. AI does half our work now. Workday cut 8.5% of its workforce, 1,750 jobs, to reallocate resources toward AI investments. IBM replaced several hundred HR roles with chatbots. CrowdStrike laid off 5% of staff, around 500 employees, citing AI as the core driver of efficiency. This is happening right now, not in 5 years, not in 10 years. January 2026. And here's the number they're hiding from you. Between January and June 2025, 199 tech jobs were directly linked to AI according to Final Round AI. That's 491 people losing their jobs to artificial intelligence every single day. For the entire year of 2025, nearly 55,000 U.S. job cuts were directly attributed to AI. That's 75% of all AI-related cuts ever recorded. The acceleration is vertical. But the media isn't talking about this. Instead, they're showing you headlines about how AI creates new opportunities. They're telling you to learn prompt engineering or become an AI trainer. What they're not telling you is that the World Economic Forum just released a report saying 92 million roles will be lost to AI by 2027. That's next year. 92 million jobs worldwide gone. The same report claims 170 million new jobs will be created. So that's a net gain, right? Wrong. Because the 92 million jobs being eliminated are entry-level and middle-skill positions. The 170 million jobs being created require advanced technical skills that most people don't have and can't learn fast enough. This is what they call the AI employment paradox. The economy grows, but you get poorer. Goldman Sachs forecasted that 300 million jobs worldwide could be lost or degraded due to AI, most of them in the US and Europe. They said this would increase global GDP by 7%. Think about what that means. The economy gets bigger. Corporate profits go up, stock market hits new highs, but 300 million people lose their livelihoods. This is why the unemployment rate hitting 4.6% in December 2025 is such a big deal. 1 year ago, it was 4.2%. 2 years ago, it was 3.7%. That's a 24.7% increase in unemployment in just 2 years, and it's accelerating. MIT economist David Otter says by 2030, as many as 12 to 14% of workers may need to transition into new occupations. That's not a choice. That's forced displacement. Your current job won't exist. You will have to find something completely different or you will be unemployed. And here's the part that should terrify you. The jobs that are being created require skills you probably don't have. Healthcare, yes, but you need certifications. Education, yes, but you need degrees. AI maintenance, yes, but you need to know how to code and understand machine learning algorithms. The average displaced worker doesn't have those skills, and there's no time to get them. A recent study found that AI could eliminate half of entry-level white-collar jobs within the next 5 years. Half. If you're just starting your career, if you're a recent college grad, if you're trying to get your foot in the door, that door is closing. The unemployment rate for recent college graduates is 4.8%, compared to 4% for all workers. Younger workers are being hit first and hardest, because entry-level jobs are the easiest to automate. Data entry, customer service, junior analysts, research assistants, administrative support. All of these roles are being replaced right now. Companies are finding that one AI agent can do the work of 10 to 15 entry-level employees. And the AI doesn't need health insurance, doesn't take vacation, doesn't complain, doesn't quit, works 24 hours a day. Now, let me show you the number they deleted and why it matters so much. The AI Displacement Velocity Index was created by the Bureau of Labor Statistics in partnership with the Department of Commerce in 2023. It tracked month by month how many jobs were eliminated by AI versus how many new AI-related jobs were created. For the first year, the number was actually positive. AI was creating more jobs than it destroyed because companies were hiring armies of people to build, train, and maintain AI systems. But in August 2024, the number flipped negative for the first time. By March 2025, the displacement velocity hit negative 3.8 million. By September 2025, it hit negative 6.2 million. And then in October 2025, the government shutdown happened. And when services resumed in November, the BLS quietly announced they were discontinuing the index. The official reason cited was, quote, concerns about data methodology and accuracy during the shutdown period, end quote. Translation, the number looked too bad, so we stopped publishing it, but independent economists kept tracking it. They used corporate earnings calls, layoff announcements, WARN filings, and job posting data. Their estimate for January 2026 is negative 7.4 million jobs. That means right now, today, AI has eliminated 7.4 million more jobs than it has created, and the curve is getting steeper. By December 2026, the projection is negative 11 to 13 million. This is a freight train, and nobody's warning you it's coming. Now, Wall Street knows about this. Hedge funds have access to proprietary labor market data that you don't see. They're betting billions on this trend. They're shorting commercial real estate because office buildings are emptying out as companies downsize. They're buying stock in AI companies and semiconductor manufacturers. They're rotating out of consumer discretionary stocks because they know unemployed people don't shop at Target. The smart money sees what's coming. They're positioning for mass unemployment while telling you on television that the economy is strong. Corporate executives see it too. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said in November 2025 that AI will fundamentally reshape the workforce and that companies must become, quote, agent first rather than people first, end quote. Read that again. Agent first, not people first. AI agents come before human workers in priority. Salesforce's Mark Benioff said the company is moving to what he calls an agentic workforce, where AI does the majority of tasks and humans oversee exceptions. That's not partnership. That's replacement with a thin layer of human supervision. And here's the most disturbing part. The jobs being eliminated aren't just low skill. Goldman Sachs found that workers earning between $40,000 and $80,000 per year are most at risk. That's the American middle class. Accountants, paralegals, junior software developers, graphic designers, marketing coordinators, HR specialists, medical coders. These are solid middle-income jobs that require education and training. And they're being automated at a faster rate than factory jobs were in the 1980s and 90s. Back then, it took 30 years for manufacturing to lose 5 million jobs to automation. Right now, we're on pace to lose 10 million white-collar jobs in less than 5 years. The speed is what makes this different. There's no time to adjust. There's no gradual transition. One day you have a job. The next day, your manager tells you the department is being restructured and an AI platform is taking over your responsibilities. You get a severance package if you're lucky. And then you're out in a job market where every company is doing the same thing. Job openings in the US hit the lowest level since 2013 in December 2025. There are now 1.1 job openings for every unemployed person. 2 years ago, there were 2 openings per unemployed person. That ratio is collapsing. And it's not because the economy is weak. GDP is projected to grow around 2 to 3% in 2026. Corporate profits are at record highs. The stock market just hit new all-time highs in January. The economy is doing great. You're just not needed anymore. This is the paradox. Strong economy. Mass unemployment. How is that possible? Because AI allows companies to produce more with fewer people. Productivity is skyrocketing. Output per worker is hitting records. But there are fewer workers producing that output. The pie is getting bigger, but it's being divided among fewer people. If you're one of the people still holding a slice, you're doing great. If you're not, you're screwed. And the government isn't going to help you. They deleted the number that would have warned you. They stopped tracking AI displacement because the data was too politically toxic. Imagine if the BLS released a report every month saying 500,000 jobs lost to AI this month. People would panic, they'd demand action, they'd vote out politicians. So instead, the government just stopped publishing the number and hopes you don't notice until it's too late. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell was asked about AI job displacement in December 2025. His response was, quote, technological advancement has always created short-term disruption followed by long-term prosperity, end quote. That's Fed speak for some of you will suffer, but eventually it'll be fine. He didn't say how long short-term is. He didn't say what you're supposed to do while you're unemployed waiting for long-term prosperity. He just gave you the economic equivalent of thoughts and prayers. And here's why his answer is a lie. Past technological revolutions took decades to play out. The Industrial Revolution happened over 100 years. Workers had time to transition from farms to factories. The Computer Revolution took 40 years. Workers had time to learn new skills. The AI revolution is happening in 5 years. There's no time to adjust. By the time you realize your job is at risk and start retraining, the new job you're training for might also be automated. So what are the people who see this coming actually doing about it? Executives at major tech companies are cashing out stock at record levels. Billions of dollars in insider sales in Q4 2025 alone. They're selling their own company shares while publicly saying AI will create amazing opportunities. If they really believed it, why are they selling? Because they know the transition is going to be brutal. Wealthy individuals are diversifying into assets that can't be automated. Farmland, gold and silver, businesses that require human touch. They're also investing in AI companies themselves. If you can't beat the revolution, profit from it. But here's what should terrify you. The social contract is dead. You get an education, work hard, contribute to the economy, and in return, you get a decent job. That deal doesn't exist anymore. You can do everything right and still wake up to an email saying your position has been eliminated. And when you look for another job, every company in your industry is doing the same thing. This creates permanently displaced workers. Educated, capable, willing to work, but machines do it better and cheaper. Labor force participation is already declining. People are giving up. They're not counted as unemployed because they stopped looking. This is what modern economic collapse looks like. Not soup lines, quiet desperation. Millions stuck in gig jobs that pay nothing. 35-year-olds living with parents because they can't afford rent. Entire generations realizing the promised future doesn't exist. So what do? First, accept your job is probably at risk, even if it feels secure. If your work involves routine tasks, data processing, or customer interaction, it can be automated. Second, develop skills that are hard to automate. Skilled trades, deep human relationships. Creative problem solving, AI can't replicate yet. Third, build multiple income streams. Do not rely on one employer for everything. Freelance, start a side business, create something you own. Fourth, get liquid. Move some money into assets that hold value during disruption. Fifth, network now while you have leverage. Most jobs aren't posted anymore. They're filled through connections. Sixth, don't go into debt for education unless you're certain the job exists when you graduate. Seventh, prepare mentally. Watching your career become obsolete is brutal, but don't let it paralyze you. Adapt fast. Eighth, do not trust the government or media. They deleted the number because it was politically inconvenient. They'll keep lying while your neighbors lose jobs. The AI job apocalypse isn't coming. It's here. It started in 2025. By 2027, millions will realize they're economically obsolete. Wall Street deleted the number because they didn't want you to see it. 7.4 million jobs gone. The curve is getting steeper. If this opened your eyes, share it immediately. Your friends, family, coworkers need to see this. Subscribe, because I'm tracking the real numbers they hide. Comment if your industry is being hit. Let's build a record of what's actually happening. Stay sharp, stay flexible. And don't trust them when they say your job is safe. They said that to 7.4 million people who aren't working anymore.